This is eCoffee with Experts, where marketers and founders share what's actually working in SEO, AI, and digital growth. Grab your coffee and fuel your mind as we chat with top minds about their wins, struggles, and lessons you won't find in a blog post. Brought to you by Digital Web Solutions, we bring real talk to help you grow your business, one episode at a time. Let's get started.
Igor Buyseech, welcome to the show.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
It's going great, man. We were just talking pre-show about the importance of networking in SEO and how some of these conferences you'll go to are a week long and everything from the morning to the evening is just SEO, SEO, SEO. What events have you been to recently where you were actually speaking and what did you speak about?
Yeah, so SEO conferences are a handful. That's an understatement because usually if they're not like the corporate type, like I've heard of SEO conferences that are more like corporate people. Some are like 3,000 people, 70 stages or 15 stages and whatnot. But if the community that surrounds the conference is great, because I'll be frank, I've been to two SEO conferences, two different ones. I've been to Chiang Mai SEO conference for the first time in 2017, then 18, 19, 23, and going again this year. I'm going to be speaking as well. And SEO Estonia, which in fact is run by pretty much the same people as Chiang Mai SEO, but it's a more European vibe, different clientele. It's more, of course, Europeans, more Northern Europeans. It's different. It's different, but it's still packed with networking events, with meetups, with like UGC stuff, like people actually doing their own events. You can actually create your own events in the upcoming days to the conference or after the conference. Like in Chiang Mai, the last time I was there, I literally organized like a Muay Thai event and like 30, 40 of us got like a whole gym just for ourselves with like 10 coaches and we went at it. It was one of those. But usually it's anything from related to just hanging out and us meeting new people. So it's awesome. And that's why I would highly suggest conferences that you can see that there's like a fit. There's like it fits your style. I mean, even if you're a super introvert, which a lot of SEOs are, you'll somehow get out of your shell. In 2017, I went to Chiang Mai. I didn't know a single soul. I left there. I probably got like 100 new people on my Facebook, and we've been friends ever since. Now I probably know half of the people there. It's awesome. It's an awesome community and glad to be a part of it.
Yeah. You can't replace the in-person connection, even with all this AI, no matter how personalized the experience gets online, like still meeting somebody in person, shaking their hand, obviously. What were you speaking about in Estonia?
Exactly that. It was literally, I was more on the side of how to get high ticket clients by being human. Basically, that was it. Like literally the talk was how to get high ticket clients with memes and Gifs, because that's sort of my thing. I talk more in Gifs than I do with words. So that's how I stand out of the crowd on the social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, wherever. But that was just like, it wasn't like clickbaity because it's true, but it was more like a motivational, more like keynote-ish part of how just being human and how just not pitching everything and automating everything and just being an actual person will get you what it can get you. Like I literally revealed some of the clients I worked with and people were just like, okay, you get to know these people. And then it was just like, I helped out X and he introduced me to Y. And we've been partners for 7 years now and he's gotten me this and that. So just basically that, and wrapped it all in SEO and how it relates to SEO or anything in digital. So that was pretty much my thought. There's only so much you can say in like 25 minutes, but of the conference talk. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And it was well received and it resonated well.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because people are craving for that authenticity. Again, like everything is so perfect with AI. I think that's what we're looking for, is like maybe the little bit of I don't want to say the messy side, but the first letter that isn't capitalized, or like the meme that comes through, or the emoji response. You know, you have worked with big brands, and I'll be conscious of any NDAs that you have, but you have worked with big brands and A-list celebrities. For someone on the branding side, who's maybe in charge of SEO for a scale stage brand, let's say, what are some mistakes that you see that seem almost too corporate and doesn't reach the consumer, it doesn't actually convert? Like, essentially, what I'm asking is, where are brands wasting their marketing budget on things that used to work but don't work anymore?
I mean, it doesn't even there's no like huge difference between big brands and small brands, or even if we're talking billionaires dealing with like websites of billionaires and
Mm,
websites of a local chiropractor in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota.
mm,
It's pretty much everybody, 95% of the sites that we work on have the foundation SEO totally wrong.
mm,
It's like foundational stuff. They keep like trying to jump in the next loop. The next buzzword, the next craze, the AI. Like AI is totally messing up the whole SEO landscape now in terms of GEO, AIO, EIEIO. People are basically mocking it already because they're just trying to hop on the next like the hype train as
yeah.
to what works, why you should focus on this. And at the end of it all, it's just like, why is everybody focusing on something that's literally at the moment it's like 0.2% of all the search, and like
Yeah.
ignoring the 90% of search. So basically foundational stuff, and basically
Hmm.
mostly they're the higher up you go, like the larger the individuals or brands they're trying to promote go, the less they're pretty much clueless sometimes when you get on a call with them and you start saying just normal stuff like, yeah, you need to have a technically sound website, and then you have content that surrounds whatever it is you guys are selling, and then you need links from other people. That's usually not with smaller clients. It's usually the biggest pain point because it's the most expensive part. Get links,
Hmm.
authority, yada yada. But with the big guys, they have their own PR teams. They can get whatever link they want, but still they look at you like a crazed magician or whatever.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about? You can actually do that. We can actually this and that, but mostly it's no there's no magic pill. There's
Yeah.
basically no difference between. That's why like I like the Hormozy saying like just sell to rich people.
Yeah.
You're doing the
Yeah.
exact
Right.
same thing, but if you're doing it for somebody who, like, we had a client who was basically the client was the agency, because I do a lot of consulting, and most of
Hmm.
my consultant, I don't do consulting for clients. Like maybe 20% is clients, 80% is just agencies.
Hmm.
People doing SEO that messed something up, or
Yeah.
they have,
Yeah.
oh, we have two junior girls doing the SEO part, and
Hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, okay, so this company was like $100 million company, their traffic went down 90%. What do we do?
Yeah.
And then like just implementing 30% of the things I told them, it bounced back up to like 50. Like
Nice.
just from
What
that.
was the issue, if you remember, in like that specific scenario? Because I think
Uh,
that's happening a lot. Site traffic is going down.
well,
AI
the issue
overviews are
there
stealing
is,
it.
I mean, there were so many issues. Like just by looking at the site for 10 minutes, I found like maybe 15 huge problems. But one of the major ones was canonical tags. That's one of the major ones. Like canonical tags were literally pointing to URLs that haven't been live in years. So
Mm.
basically, like 2 redesigns ago, had, okay, so every product had a canonical tag to another to like a self canonical. But then it was just like, do I have to explain what a canonical tag is, or do
You
we?
can. You can.
Canonical tag is basically, you have your URL, and then you have a canonical tag which just says Google. Yeah, if it's like, if you have three, if you're selling Adidas, Supreme, whatever shoes, and you have a black version, a green version, and a yellow version, and you have Adidas Supreme yellow, Adidas Supreme red, Adidas Supreme whatever black, and Google will only rank one, and you can literally say to them with the canonical tag, it's basically, look, we know we have this one, but please, for the Adidas Supreme, rank the black one, rank the black
Mm.
one, or whatever. If
Mm.
you have that issue where you have like five different URLs for the same product,
Hmm.
or also is like, if you have a category for a product, if you have a product, and if you have a blog post that, like talking about the product, Google can only rank one.
Hmm. Show one
And
at a time. Yeah.
tell Google with canonical tags. And these guys were telling Google, please ignore the URL that's actually live, and
Yeah.
just look at this one and rank this one. but
The
the
dead
one they
link.
were pointing to didn't exist. So basically, and I don't know how they got away with it for
Yeah.
over a year or year and a half, but it's
Jeez.
always like with any sort of redesign, people are doing a lot of the stuff with redirects, redesigns. Sometimes they literally like orphan the entire product list. Orphaning meaning if a product in an e-commerce store is orphaned, it means there's no way Google can even reach it
Mm,
with like, or a person can reach it with clicking it. You can just find it via filters or via search. If that's
mm,
the only way it's orphaned, then it doesn't get the power. It doesn't get, the site doesn't get like topical authority. It's a
mhm,
mess. Like technical
mhm.
issues are usually the biggest culprits.
Technical issues.
Technical issues, much
Yeah.
more that, ooh, spammy links, ooh, the content wasn't good enough. Unless somebody was like doing super spammy stuff with AI, let's post 1,000 articles that have no
Mm,
sense being there, or if they go too broad. If a
mhm.
site is about beards and beard oils, and then you go like, okay, let's do beards, beard
Yeah.
oils, shavers. Okay, we have a lot of men. The just men are looking at our site. Let's do stuff for men, men's hats, men's
Yeah,
earbuds, men's
watches and
watches. Yeah. And then it just, because then you go too broad. And that's one of my
mm,
main questions I keep asking, like high level SEOs all across the board. And
mhm.
I haven't gotten uh, like a definitive answer as to how do you find the border of when do you go too far out.
When is it too broad? Yeah.
So that's like a
Yeah.
current thing
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm working with.
We're talking about, everybody's talking about putting out good content and making sure it's contextually relevant. And one of the ways that you can tell Google and AI or like LLMs that topics are contextually relevant is through linking, right? A strong backlink profile. And a lot of the people that I talk to, they say it's not just about the number of links anymore. And it's not just about DRDA anymore. There are other components like backlinking is still, even with AI, strong. It's the backbone of our SEO strategy that we build around. You still have to have authority. How are you thinking about backlinking these days? And like, what's the strategy to stay relevant?
Backlinks are always going to be, it's always a debate. Is it the top three factor? Is it the number one factor?
Hmm.
Um, I'm lucky enough that I usually work with, because I'm at this stage in my career where I can like pretty much handpick the clients that I work with.
Hmm.
And most of them, if not all of them, already have thousands of backlinks.
Yeah.
We have a lot of clients that we don't build any backlinks to because they already have a lot of backlinks coming to it. If it differs. If it's a local business, of course, you need the citations, anything local. The more local, the better. And maybe you need maybe just like 5 or 10 good links, authoritative links, and that's it. And then you have the like the local stuff as well. But in terms of anything, as soon as I see like questions, how many links like I literally saw this question today. How many links do I need to post a day? A day. Like
Jeez.
it's never a question, and I don't even like I'm always a fan of reverse engineering. I like, okay, so let's see if first of all if the competitors that I'm going up against are actually just in my niche or are they huge players,
Mm,
because I currently have like I'm working with two cannabis companies. One is huge in retail and everything in California, one is local here in Slovenia, and this
mm.
one in Slovenia has like a DR of 2.
Okay.
We maybe get like a couple of links from, oh, do you want any link exchange, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And just with content and just with staying within their niche, within cannabis, we're crushing it.
Mm,
Just with content, and we're not even actively and growing like double digits month over month. So
hmm,
it's in percentage wise from organic because you can do ads. I really like the niches where you can't do ads. I'm in a lot of
mm.
niches when like cannabis, you can do ads.
Yeah.
Currently, we're doing a huge e-commerce site. They sell like binoculars and scopes, but you
Hmm.
can't do ads because scopes go on guns, and then you can't do ads.
Really?
And they ship to like 150 countries. So it's
Wow.
huge. It's worldwide.
Wow.
So it's always fun because then it's organic 90.
Yeah. Yeah. So the like regulated industries, I'm sure like healthcare is like that as well,
Yeah,
right?
healthcare is another beast because there's also HIPAA, there's
Yeah.
also how you can track what can you track the calls, can you, God forbid, record the calls,
Hmm.
et cetera. And they're all very on the edge. Like people in cannabis are more are more mellowed out.
Yeah. I wonder why.
literally. Literally. But yeah, just staying on top of the like links, of course, important, but it's I wouldn't go as far as like if you reverse engineer somebody that's actually in your I always try to find the person that's with the lowest DR. Like if you go to
Hmm.
Ahrefs, if you do keyword research, content research,
Hmm.
who's the guy with like the DR90, DR90, DR7, DR90, who's the 7 guy? Like
Mm.
what's he doing? He doesn't have links. So let's see what he's doing and let's find the other 7, 17, whatever guys and see what they're doing and start with that.
Hmm.
There's a lot of theories about this. You can go the avalanche route where you just rank for tiny stuff and then it grows to big stuff, or it's also a lot of on page
Hmm.
wizardry because
Yeah.
every SEO you'll ask has a different way of going about structuring content and what to use, like Surfer, Page Optimizer Pro, on page, this and that. Can you do it with AI? Can't you do it with AI? That's why you
Mm.
always, like as an SEO, if you're not testing on your own sites, you're basically not an SEO. If you just follow randomly what you hear on LinkedIn or Facebook groups,
Hmm.
you're doomed to fail. Like because there's
Yeah.
too many it's just 100 SEOs, 100 theories.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Exactly.
I mean, through osmosis, you'll get to know people that okay, he said like Adam said this, I tried it, it worked, and Adam said this, and I tried it,
Hmm.
it worked. I'll follow Adam. But this
Yes.
guy keeps saying like every week has something new or some other AI theory or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like maybe I tried a couple or like the proof. There's no pudding. There's nothing. That's how I follow people. I don't follow a lot of people in terms of like newsletters or whatever. I probably have like 3 or 4 um,
Yeah.
that I trust and that I tested out their stuff and that also makes sense.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's that's how
There's,
I go.
I mean, with the proliferation of some people call it AI slop, I just call it like, I mean, that's just what content is in the future is just like, you know, with content being commoditized, where, you know, do you find your information or your guidance or like an understanding of results of tests that are being run in other agencies? Are you in Slack channels? Are you in, communities like paid masterminds? Like, where are you connecting with people these days that you trust?
We have to know that like whatever people are putting out on like let's say social media,
Hmm.
LinkedIn, Facebooks, it's hardly ever. It's like 90% of the time it's just to pitch something. Like
Yes, there's
it's
an
always
agenda.
there's always something attached. That's why I would much rather pay for something or
Yeah.
go to a mastermind. I mean, even in
Hmm.
Chiang Mai, there's also like an invitation on mastermind of people doing like you have to be doing this amount of money and this and that, and you have to have some proof that you're even there.
Hmm.
And then there's like 6 people in a group. And then you just spend the whole day with them, like
Mm.
masterminds with that. Sometimes you have a good group, sometimes maybe not so good. It's like I've been in groups with the CEO of Surfer and on my left, on my right, and the CMO on Ahrefs on my left, for example,
Mm.
and then a super affiliate across the table, and we were just like, that was a good group. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. You
was
know.
yeah, but basically I also keep private contacts with the people that I met, and
Sure.
sometimes with some local community. In the local community we also have like a mini mastermind, and we get together like once a month or once every 2 months, and then we just what's new, what's this and that, because everybody's just like connected to different groups, or everybody's if you're dealing with people that are testing on their own,
Mhm. Mhm.
you'll always find, oh, you did this, great. If it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, we've been doing the same thing for 10 years, I mean, if it's
Eh.
still working, great. But otherwise, I like to keep I like to keep literally connections. And a lot of times people reach out to me as well, like, Igor, there was an update. Did you see anything with your clients? Blah, blah, blah. And then we
Mhm.
discuss for like 15 minutes, even either in the chat or just get on a call like this.
Mhm.
Or if somebody wants something maybe locally or whatever, and that's how just from the networking in real life, it
Yeah.
just then I can literally go to if I need somebody, oh, iGaming, I have probably 10 people that I can reach to. Oh, link
Yeah.
building. The link building platforms, I know the people that run it or have it. I'm not I'm never going out for any freebies or anything, but I just know if I help them and they can also help me with any issue that I have, and that's
Mm.
it. So it's still
Mhm.
again personal relationships go the furthest. And a couple of like some newsletters, if I would have to be on one newsletter, I don't know if I can say this or whatever. If I could be on one newsletter, it was literally like Steve Todd. You probably heard of him, like SEO Notebook, and now he has also AI Notebook, I think. SEO
Mhm.
Notebook. On the first Chiang Mai mastermind I was attending, he was literally just invited to be the note taker. So basically, not even a part of the mastermind, just the guy who took notes just like a
Mm.
fly on the wall guy.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
the main stage speaker. He has like 60,000 LinkedIn followers. He's like, and
yeah.
literally every week he gives out like you could actually do that. Huh.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
that's a good way of like, if I would go back to the last 50 article notes, yeah, on tomorrow's note is usually on tomorrow's notes, it's blah, blah, blah. And it's
Uh-huh.
always just like, it's action packed. He runs an agency, so
Yeah.
I presume that's a sort of lead gen
Uh-huh.
him, but still, it's not like just fluff. But that's why I also think like I'm not in any school community or any community paid Slack channel, paid Discord. I did pay like the lifetime Discords. I've done that twice, and I'm never doing that again because
Really?
anything lifetime is like AppSumo. It's like
Yeah.
okay, it's
Mhm.
lifetime and then it dies. So
Yeah.
anything that monthly or recurring, usually people want to keep the
Mhm.
people. Like it usually it before it was like SEO Signals Lab, Lion Zeal before that were communities that
Mhm.
were actually communities on
Mhm.
Facebook. So it was actually now it's just like
Yeah.
freaking
Sometimes it's too many people that are trying to contribute too much, Sometimes
uh,
like less is more, Obviously we can only digest so much at a time, and it might be great to be in a community where there's a ton of information, but like honestly when because I'm in several as well, and sometimes it's just overwhelming where I just have the thought, I go in and see how much content and how much is being posted and think to myself, I'm going to come back to that. Like, this is so good. I'm gonna find an hour and a half and come back and digest everything, and it just never happens.
yeah, yeah, I
It
literally
never
have my
happens.
save for later. I have like a
Yeah.
directory of save for later. It's probably like 100 posts in there. Or my
Yeah.
tabs on my phone, it's always at in the 90s. And then
Yeah.
maybe if I go on a plane and I have to wait for like 3 hours at the airport, then I scroll through
Yeah.
them. Or I open them so
Finally.
that I can do offline and just check them on a flight or
Yeah.
something. That's usually how I go about it. But no, basically you have to you have to like have a pulse on what's going on and
Mhm.
follow the people that also have a pulse on what's going on, not just people
Yeah.
that it's like, oh, we have a system and we're just doing this 24/7. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. There's
Okay.
nothing like if there's do you know there's an update? No. Do you know like if you see that something that was like 6 months ago and they're still not even caught up with that, it's just
Yeah.
okay. It's not like oh no, we're not going to be friends anymore. We can just be
Mhm.
friends, but I'm not going to
Yeah, yeah.
follow advice. So
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, like, I think the most recent thing that people were talking about was last week when, the spam update came out, from Google, and that was like, everybody was all over X talking about that. I actually, had a little tiff in a subreddit about the thing because I was asking questions. Some of it was about links and ranking and placements, and I got a message that was not very nice. I was like, dude, I'm just asking a question. So as far as like agencies go, and I know we're wrapping up our time here, where do you see the future of agencies? What I'm asking is, how do agencies stay competitive against big tech like Meta or against brands where marketing tools are the barrier to entry is a lot lower? How do agencies stay competitive and relevant in the changing landscape?
in terms of going up against, I'm not quite following the question. In terms of big brands, in terms of like, okay, so the big brands are ranking, and how do you get like the rankings, or how do you,
Yeah, I mean, like
or,
a
or like
brand would
huge agencies
have.
versus small agencies?
Yeah, no, I guess I'm saying, if brands are able to use all kinds of marketing tools and they have their own internal departments that can now access things very easily, create content very easily and cheaply with AI, how do agencies continue to bring more value to brands than the brands can bring to themselves through the accessibility of tools?
I mean, everybody can do thousands of whatever ad creatives or whatever with AI now. But I always ask myself, like, okay, if everybody, because a lot of people have told me, are you scared? Like, AI is going to replace SEO. Like it's going to be just one click, do SEO for my website. And I'm like, great. If 100 people are going to do the one click,
Do SEO.
no, just if 100 people will do the one click and it will all be optimized, who's going to be ranking first? It's
Mhm.
always somebody will be ranking better. There will always be something to reverse engineer. There's always going to be somebody on top. And now it's brand. It's brand, it's topical authority, it's what people are saying, what people are doing. Like the suggestion I would go, like anybody starting an agency or anybody running an agency, they have to get it through their, like, just for themselves to have a brand, either a personal brand of the person behind the agency or just SEO agency, texas.com, whatever. That's never going to cut it anymore. And basically their own brand plus the hard part, getting it over to the clients, that it's no longer just content links and fixing up the website. You have to be ever present, omni-channel presence across all aspects. You can help them. Like a lot of times I have a lot of also like ORM, like reputation management clients. And it's always, okay, so how are we going to do this? I'm like, it's twofold. We can take what's already ranking and rank it better. We can take whatever you're going to be putting out, PR, but we'll add the SEO side of it. We'll let you know what the best H1 tag is. We'll let you know where to link to. We'll let you know what keyword, what's the anchor to link. Like SEOs can be, a lot of times SEOs are just too stuck with, if we're talking about SEO agencies, for example,
Yeah.
we're just too stuck in, okay, we do content, we fix up the website, do content and links, and that's it. Please don't bother us
Mm.
with anything else. Whereas if you actually integrate yourself with the client and with their business, there's just so much more. Like literally just by doing keyword research for a client thoroughly, we literally got a client who was just doing what they were just doing Germany, and now they're doing France, Italy. They
Mm.
literally expanded to other markets. Some of them even changed their business model. They were
Mm.
doing cleaning like Uber or whatever, just for for cleaning ladies,
Mhm.
and they were doing that. And they pivoted to like not like nursing homes, but like helping out people at their home, because
Mhm. Mhm.
we saw a lot of like there's so much more search volume here, but you guys probably don't do that. And they were like, but we could. And then
But
they
we could.
pivoted that in a
Nice.
totally in a Spanish market or whatever. So basically, just because of, I mean, no pressure, Igor. It's not like, oh, we're pivoting the company now because you gave us some href, whatever, extraction.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just, but a lot of times, if you have to integrate in whatever the client's doing, and
Mm.
also like pretty much a lot of times it's just like ranking traffic, but
Mhm.
we're always, conversion is like the number one thing. And
Yeah.
tracking conversions, tracking calls. Is this actually getting you more traffic? Is this actually beneficial? Like we probably, like a lot of times, if the client is too small, or if the client, there's basically maybe it's like super niche, and you have to tell them like SEO is not, basically not a viable thing. You can literally
Mm.
spend 200 euros on Google Ads and you'll basically crush it. There's no reason for give us 15
Really?
per month or whatever
Hmm.
to do that. So basically, you don't have to be greedy. The best part is like the best case scenario is if you get a client and like the best, not task, but the best skill that you can get as an SEO is
Mhm.
to do like super fast audits. Literally, you can do it on a call or just like 5 minutes before a call. Or if you get to know what their website is, if somebody's asking, that was part of my talk in Estonia as well. It's like somebody's asking, oh, we have an issue, our site dropped. They didn't even mention the site. They just, our site dropped. And I literally just like clicked on their profile. I saw like 3 posts ago he was posting product, whatever. And I just took a look at the site and just like, oh yeah, everything's messed up, this and that.
Mm.
And then you just reply with, even though everybody was just like, send inbox your site, check inbox. We're just like adding their
Yeah.
agency,
Yeah.
pick us, will help you. And I just
Yeah.
go in and it's like, I took a look at your site. Even just like try to find, that's the golden goose is just find a competitor that lives nearby and is crushing it.
Yeah.
And just like, I see you're doing this and that. This is broken. Like give them 2 out of the 10 things that you found.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, you have this and that broken. Just fix this and you'll be better off. And you'll reach Michael from down the street because his
Uh-huh.
current traffic is like 10 times this. as big as yours or whatever. Just hit that note, and he's
Yeah.
in your DMs. Like people are DMing me. I'm not DMing anyone. People are just like
Mm.
jumping in my DMs. How much do you charge? Like that's the first thing. How much do you charge to fix this?
Yeah.
Freaking Michael, they suck. They've been
Yeah.
around for years and they're stealing all the business or whatever. But
Yeah.
just and then you, I'm always like me and my team. We're always in tech. We're integrated in their company. They don't treat us as an outsider or
Mm.
outside. We are their SEO and sometimes even their computer guys or their
Mm-hmm.
online guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, we want to go to another location. Where should we go? Should we go to New York? Should we go to Chicago? Where do we open up another location? Do the research as to where people are searching for it. They sometimes they have just like they have money and they, oh, we need to buy another building or whatever. What do we
Wow.
do? And then and that's why I don't want to niche down. Everybody says, oh, you should niche. You should niche down. You should be like the chiropractor SEO,
Yeah.
SEO for chiropractors, SEO for this.
Yeah.
And I always find that super boring and like just
Mm.
running around the hamster wheel. That's why I worked with the freakiest niches you can imagine, the borderline illegal, the illegal, and also like corporate stuff like the freaking banks
Yeah.
and it's fun. I mean, if I wouldn't be having fun, if I would just be super corporate about everything, I
Mm-hmm.
probably wouldn't been around for so long.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have the type of success that you do, if you were out of alignment, if you weren't able to send memes and gifs, which
Yep.
by the way, I'll tell you later, but I had that experience because I was on the receiving end of someone who sent me a gif in an email to like follow up on something I hadn't responded to, and I loved it, and they got a response out of me, and I was like, "Huh, that's uncanny." So, same thing.
Yeah,
I
I
had
mean,
done that
I
to
literally,
yeah.
I've done that. I literally sent the guy from Hangover, the Zach Galifianakis or whatever his name is, like the winning, just
Yeah.
like because she was just like, oh, Igor, we see that we're up like 200K from last month in sales for this and that, and I'm just like
Winning.
winning, and that's it, nothing else, just like that, and they
Yeah.
were just like, and that's it, and
Hilarious, hilarious. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
why not?
just to kind of wrap that up, like I feel like that approach is so counter to what you see on majority of, 90% of what you see on LinkedIn, which is what you were saying with an agenda attached, with an offer attached to it. But like when you're sending a meme or a GIF, it's like, bro, there's nothing attached. I don't care what you think of me. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that actually has
it's
more
always like
impact.
help in public, sell in private. And even the
Mm,
selling part is super not complicated once the report
mhm.
if you help out somebody with just freaking one or two sentences, it's
Mhm. Yeah.
might be might be enough. Might
Yeah.
be enough. I
Yeah.
mean, I literally share DMs on stage. Share like 5 gifs I use and
Mhm.
share like 5 DMs that people were DMing me and probably because first of all I just like described, oh, I got this guy, yada yada, and then it sounds like, oh, he's making this up, and oh, literally this is the
Yeah, here's how it
debate
started.
I had with him, and sometimes people are just like,
It's like how it started versus how it's going.
yeah, yeah, basically, you would be surprised. I mean, people would be surprised that, and none of that is possible with any AI, freaking AI.
Mm.
Mean, don't get me started on that.
Mhm.
I Everybody's just like, oh, you're just old and old school, and you're not fitting in well with the whole AI craze and stuff. I'm like, AI is a super amplifier. That's usually up until
Yeah.
now, I'm still behind that. AI is a super amplifier. It's a mega crutch,
Mhm.
and it amplifies what you already know. If you're a good
Yes.
SEO, you'll be a 10 times faster SEO.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
particularly better, but faster. If you suck at SEO, you're gonna suck 100 times more because you'll do 100 times more damage
Yeah, yeah, the
because
wrong things faster.
yeah, the raw thing's faster, and then it's just like, oh yeah, let's create 1,000 articles. That's all great, but show me
Oh,
an
good lord.
website that's done that successfully.
Yeah.
There are some
Right.
examples,
Yeah.
not a lot. And I mean, we do use AI a lot, but we definitely, whatever we use it for, it's our input. It's
Mhm.
processing of data. It's not act as an SEO expert with 20 years of experience. I
Right?
love that. And people are slinging that one like it's comment 20 years SEO and I'll share the prompt that works and yada yada.
Yeah, right? You're like, well, I don't know about this. I'm a couple years short of 20 years. Like, I
Yeah,
think you've been in SEO for what,
maybe in
17, 18?
3 years I'll get it. Maybe in 3 years
Yeah.
I'll get
Maybe then you can catch up. That's hilarious. Igor, thank you for being on eCoffee with Experts. It sounds like people can find you on LinkedIn. Where else can they learn more about you and what you do?
Basically, I'm pretty active on LinkedIn in terms of anything SEO. So basically, Igor Buyseech on LinkedIn. I'm the only one with this name.
Hmm.
And I'm also on Facebook in the biggest Facebook groups. That's pretty much that. If you're going to Chiang Mai, you can find me there. And I'll also be starting up my own school community, which will basically be not strictly, but mostly for people starting out, in-house marketers, marketing teams, freelancers, or agencies with like 0 to 3 years of experience that are struggling with not just SEO, like how to rank, how to report, this and that, everything SEO related, but also lead gen, how to get clients, how to get on calls, how to get on sales. There's going to be AMAs. So basically, you'll get access to me and my team. We'll have weekly AMAs, SEO roasts. We'll have guests from that have started and grown huge agencies or affiliate networks or whatever. So basically, why am I doing this? Because it's the only way I can leverage like one to many, how to get my point across without just going one-on-one consulting. There's only so many hours in a day, and that's why we're doing that. We'll probably be starting on 15th September, but for sure October 1st. And it's literally going to be no pitching, no fluff, nothing, and no BS. And that's why we like literally I coined the term no BSEO. It's gonna be no BSEO. So that's basically gonna be the brand. For now, I only found like one Australian company with no BS SEO. So hopefully
Mm,
that's not gonna be an issue. But if you're gonna be Googling no BSEO, so basically that's gonna be us. It's not gonna be super expensive, but it's still it's
nice.
gonna be well worth it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Dude, I'm looking forward to that. The school seems to be the place where a lot of people are becoming successful, not even as a school community owners, but the people who join those because, yeah, like you said, it's not just a social media feed. It's like an actual,
Yeah.
place where you
Yeah.
can go and have
People actually
trusted
ask me, "Oh,
resources.
so you're basically going to be doing like a Facebook group?" I'm like, dude, look at Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Those are not communities. Those are just like with anonymous members flying everywhere. It's just like,
Right?
who the hell are you? And everybody's just like, how do I fix this? And they don't even share the website. I'm literally a community that's literally has like support from people that are actually doing things. I mean, if I
Yeah.
had this 17 years ago, it probably would take me a
Yeah.
lot less than 17 years to get to where I'm at today.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but basically, just like it's literally going to be, I think, 1 hour of consultations that we charge now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Companies like 6 months of access to the school community for less than
Mm.
1 hour that we charge. So basically,
Wow.
and I'll literally be in there every day and my team, and I'll
Yeah.
literally be doing AMAs, not my AI twin or
Mhm.
my whatever AI response team. And so basically, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it
Yeah.
works. I'm sure it
Yeah.
will. There's like the SEO on school at the
Yeah.
moment. SEO is really underserved. I
Mhm.
follow a few groups and a few people that have this on from YouTube or whatever. And some are good, but most are like AI this, AI that. I'll be
Yeah.
more like
Yeah. Yep.
business because I come from the business side of things. I'm not an IT guy
Yeah.
from originally. And basically, I see there's a huge demand for this and basically going to be doing that as well as the agency side. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how to balance this up.
Yeah. Super cool. Well, I'm excited for you to launch that. We will post this podcast as soon as it comes out. And likely we will tag either buyseech.com or, if the school is up and running by then, you can let us know. So,
Will do.
Igor,
Well,
thank you for coming, dude. Have a great day.
yeah, thank you for having me.